Hey everyone, I'm Lauren McMillan, and this is a core strength yoga class. Now, when we talk about the core, we're not just talking about the 4 layers of the abdominals, but we're also talking about all the muscles that make up the trunk, including the shoulders, the back muscles, and even the glutes. We're going to start today on our backs. On your back, bend your knees so that your feet are flat on the floor and about hip width apart. Place your hands on your rib cage, and if it's comfortable, you can close your eyes. As you let your shoulders and your back relax into the mat, bring your attention to your inhales and your exhales. And as you do so, imagine breathing into your hands. So in this case, you're breathing into the rib cage. With every inhale, the ribs expand from side to side. And with every exhale, the ribs gently knit back together. Relax the muscles in your forehead. Release your jaw. Take 2 more breaths just like this. If your eyes are closed, gently blink them open and draw your right knee into your chest, holding on to your knee or to your shin, giving it a gentle squeeze. And then place your hands behind your right leg. Reach your heel up toward the sky or to the ceiling. If your hamstrings are really tight, especially as we're just starting to warm up, you can keep a bend in your knee and start to slowly roll out your ankle. Take it the other way. Pause, bend your leg, lower the right foot down, hug your left knee into your chest. Place your hands behind your leg, reach your left heel up, and start to slowly roll out the ankle. Pause, flex the foot, and then gently release, lower your left foot down. From here, pick both legs up so your hips are directly below the knees. You're in a tabletop position upside down. Feet can either be flexed or pointed. I'm going to have mine flexed. Draw your core in so that you flatten out your lower back against the mat and place your hands just above the knees so that the palms are pressing into them. From here, think of drawing your knees toward your chest, but your hands are resisting. So push your palms into the knees, draw the core in. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release, hug both knees into your chest, gently rock from side to side. Lower your feet down, extend your legs out, reach the arms overhead, take a full body stretch. As you release, roll onto your belly. Extend your legs behind you. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Place your hands directly below your shoulders, elbows hug into your sides. Draw the legs together, thinking of squeezing the inner thighs. Press the hips down, and as you inhale, lift your gaze, lift your sternum, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down, take your gaze to the floor, lengthen your neck. Again, press the lower body down first, and then inhale, lift the gaze, lift the sternum. Maybe see if you can lift your hands. Lower down. One more time, lift the gaze. Lift your heart, maybe come up a little bit higher. And exhale, slowly release down. From here, press your palms into the floor, come up to your hands and knees. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists, hips are over the knees. First, find some free organic movement, moving the hips from side to side. And we'll make our way into a few rounds of cat-cow. Keeping the elbows soft, try not to lock them out. Take an inhale, drop your belly toward the floor, lift your heart, lift your hips. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your spine, drop your chin toward your chest. Take a few rounds of this at your own pace, following your breath and adding any movements that feel good. Finish out whatever round you are on, and then come back to a neutral spine. From here, tuck your right toes under and reach your right heel toward the back of your mat. Engage your core so that the right hip is not dropping down, and lift your leg up in line with the hip. Foot is flexed, toes are facing the floor. Think of pressing down through your left shin to help you balance. And then extend the left arm straight out in front. Palm is facing the midline, thumb is reaching up. You can stay right here. If you would like to go further, begin to reach through the hand and the leg. As you exhale, curl it in, knee to elbow. Round through the back, just like we did in cat pose. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale to lengthen, and then release your hand and your knee, shake it out. Come back to a neutral spine. This time tuck your left toes under, reach your heel back, draw the core in, and then lift your left leg off the floor. Take your right arm out in front this time. Again, you can stay right here or begin to reach. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale to reach. And then lower the hand and the knee, shake it out once again. We're going back to the first side. So tuck your right toes under, reach your heel back, engage the core, lift the right leg, take your left arm out. From here, take your arm and your leg out to the side, or they might be at an angle. As you inhale, reach through the arm and leg. Exhale, crunch everything to center. Inhale out. Exhale, curl it in. One more round. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale to reach. And then release down. Just one more side. So tuck your left toes under, lengthen back. Lift the leg up, take the right arm out, and then take them both out to opposite sides. Inhale to reach. Exhale, bring it into center. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale, lengthen, and release the hand and the knee down. Take your knees to the outer edges of your mat. Big toes come together, heels fall apart. Come back to a child's pose and take a few deep breaths. At the end of your next exhale, draw yourself up to your hands and knees. Extend your right leg out to the side, so I'll turn so you can see me. Right leg comes straight out to the side. Place your foot flat on the floor. From here, open your left arm up to the left, and then thread your arm through for thread the needle. You can keep your right hand exactly where it is, or start to walk your right fingertips forward. Maybe take your gaze up. If your right arm is extended, bring the hand back. Press the palm down, lift up, open again to the left. And then lift your torso so you're over the left knee. From here, take your arms out wide. Lower your right hand to the leg, trying to let it rest lightly there. And then take your left arm up, get a good side stretch. Come back up to center. This time, take your left hand to the floor directly below the shoulder. You can keep your right foot on the mat, or if you want to go further, lift the right leg up. Flex through the foot. Imagine like you're kicking through the foot, pressing the heel. Lower the foot down, lift yourself up, and we'll switch sides. So take the left leg out, come down to your hands. Left foot is flat. As you inhale, open the right arm. Exhale, thread the right arm through, drop down to your shoulder, relax your head. And if you did so on the other side, walk your left fingertips forward. If your left arm is extended, bring the hand back, press down, lift up, unwind. Lower the right hand down and lift the torso. Take the arms out wide, lower your left hand to your left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale up through center, lower your right hand to the mat. Take the left arm up, keeping your left foot down, or let the leg hover. Keep the left leg active. And then lower the left leg down. Come back up and return onto your hands and knees. From here, step one foot back, followed by the other, coming into a high plank position. Your hands are spread wide, grounding down through all 10 knuckles. Notice if you're locking out through your elbows, see if you can keep a slight bend in the elbows, and then imagine hugging your forearms toward one another. The arms might start to shake. That's okay, just remember to breathe. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now in your first down dog, take a moment to pedal out through the feet. You can even take the feet out a little bit wider. Keep pressing down through the palms, through the fingers. And then come back to a place of stillness. Remember that if your hamstrings are tight, keep the knees bent. As you inhale, lift your heels high, ripple the body forward, come into a high plank. Shoulders return over the wrists. And then as you exhale, draw the core in, let the hips pull you up and back, downward dog. Again, inhale, lift the heels, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, hips go up and back, downward dog. One more time. Inhale forward, come to a high plank. And exhale, hips go back, downward facing dog. From here, step your feet a little bit closer together so that the big toes are touching or almost touching. As you inhale, sweep the right leg up, bend your knee, start to open up your hip like you're trying to stack your right hip over the left. Try to keep the left shoulder lifting, don't let it collapse down. Start to straighten your leg, square your hips, take your gaze forward between your hands. As you bend your right knee, pull it toward your nose, and then take as many steps as you need to step your foot between your hands for a lunge. Once you get there, drop the back knee down. You can keep the toes tucked or release them. Lift your hips up a little bit, so back out of the lunge. Place your hands on top of your thigh. As you press your hands into the thigh, maybe drop your hips forward. If you feel good here and you want to go further, inhale, reach the arms up. Wherever you are, take an exhale, lower the hands down, frame your foot, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, step the right foot back, sweep it up into three-legged dog, and then lower your right foot beside your left. Big toes are touching. Inhale to pick the left leg up, bend your knee, start to open up your hip. Start to straighten your legs, square the hips. Take your gaze forward, bend your knee, bring it toward the nose, and try to bring it between the hands, meeting in a low lunge. Right knee releases down. Lift your hips back so that you can bring your hands to your thigh. As you press your hands down, keep your heart lifting. Slowly sink the hips down. Option to sweep the arms overhead. On an exhale, take the hands down, frame the foot, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, sweep the left leg back into three-legged dog, and then lower your left foot beside the right. From here, walk your hands back toward your feet so you're finding a forward fold at the back of your mat. Heel toe your feet hip width or a little bit wider. Bend your knees, let your torso completely release over the thighs. And if you want to hold on to opposite elbows, maybe sway from side to side. If you're swaying, come back to center. Release your hands. Heel toe the feet a little bit closer. Keep the knees bent, head heavy. Start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Stacking the spine, your head will come up last. Once you get there, roll the shoulders back a few times. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart. Feet are about hip width apart, or they can be closer. If it's comfortable, close your eyes. Otherwise, just take your gaze low toward the ground and bring your attention to the soles of your feet. First, just feeling, maybe spreading the toes wide, planting them down. Maybe shift your weight forward into the balls of the feet and then back into the heels. Maybe a little bit from side to side. Release your hands down to your sides. Palms are spinning forward. Draw the shoulders back. Think of pressing your toes and your feet down into the floor, and then imagine drawing energy up from the ground. So as you do so, the inner arches of the feet start to lift. Continue to draw that energy up through the shins and the calves, gently lifting through the kneecaps. The thighs gently lift, draw the belly in, lift all the way up through the heart, the sternum, reaching crown of head toward the sky. And as everything keeps lifting up, let the muscles of your face soften, let the shoulders relax. If you're not at the top of your mat, step toward the top of your mat. Take a deep inhale, soften the knees, reach all the way up, maybe take the gaze up. As you exhale, forward fold, keep the knees soft. As you inhale, lift up halfway, coming either to fingertips or to shins. You can even come to your thighs. As you do so, don't just lift through the head. See if you can lift the entire back, letting the back muscles lift you up. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet, keep the knee soft, come all the way up to stand with a long spine. And then draw your hands together at heart center. Again, inhale to lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, bend the knees, bring the fingertips down. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Step your left foot back to meet it into a high plank. From here, place your right hand directly below your face. Spin onto the outer edge of your right foot. We're coming into a side plank. So you can come where we went earlier by bringing the knee down so that you're here in a modified side plank. You can also stagger the feet so the left foot is in front of the right. Or if you're feeling strong and ready, stack your left foot on top of the right. Maybe take the left arm up. On an exhale, lower your hands back into plank. Drop your knees, release the toes, bend the elbows, let them graze your sides as you lower onto your belly. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, lift the heart, cobra. Exhale, lower. Press up through all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift the heels high. Bend your knees, lift your gaze to look between the hands. Step, walk. If you're ready to hop, come to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Wrist down to come all the way up. And hands meet at heart center. Other side, inhale to lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, bring the fingertips down. Step the left foot back this time. Step the right foot back to meet it. Place your left hand below your face. Spin onto the outer edge of the left foot and take any variation of side plank you did, or maybe try something different. Keep the bottom hip lifting. And on an exhale, lower the hands down, high plank. Drop the knees, release the toes, lower all the way down. Press the feet down, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, cobra. Exhale, release. We'll meet in downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift the heels high. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, step, walk, or lightly hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand. Take the gaze up. Hands meet at heart center. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, bring the hands down. Step the right foot back. Follow it by the left. Place your right hand below your face. Spin to the outer edge of the foot. Side plank. If you have your feet stacked, maybe take the left leg up. We'll meet back in a high plank. Now, if a chaturanga is in your practice, you're welcome to take it. It's your vinyasa, so you can take it or skip it. Either drop the knees down, come all the way to the belly like we've been doing, or lower down, half push-up. Press into the hands, come to the tops of the feet, keep the thighs lifting, and then roll over the toes. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. So you can always skip that and just go straight to downward dog or even to child's pose. Inhale, lift the heels high. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, meet at the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand. And hands meet at heart center, other side. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the left foot back this time. Right foot meets it in a high plank, left hand below the face. Spin to the outer edge of the left foot, find your side plank. Meet in a high plank in either take a vinyasa or skip it altogether. Either way, we'll meet in downward facing dog. And then gently release your knees, take a child's pose or grab some water. When you're ready, we'll come back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep the right leg up into three-legged dog. Now, as you exhale, bring knee to nose, shoulders over the wrist, round through the upper body, just like cat pose. Inhale, take the leg back, three-legged dog. Now, as you exhale, take right knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, twist across. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Take your gaze forward, step through, setting up for a high lunge. So front knee is over the ankle, back knee is lifted, heel is high. Inner thighs draw together. And when you're ready, come on up. You can take your arms overhead. If you're getting lightheaded though, bring your hands to your hips or even to your heart. Wherever your arms are, keep the core lifting so that you're not collapsing all of your weight into the lower body. From here, bend the back knee, lower down, don't drop the knee, just let it hover, and then straighten the back leg, keep the right knee bent. Again, drop the knee down and lift. One more time. And lift. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands down, frame the foot. Keep the left hand planted, open the right arm, twist. Lower the right hand down, step back, downward dog. Take the right leg up, shake the leg out. And we'll meet in downward facing dog to go to the other side. As you inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over the wrists, round through the upper back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, Knee to nose, look forward, step into a high lunge. Check your alignment, hug the inner thighs. When you're ready, lift the torso. Taking any variation of arms that you like. Just keep the core engaged, heart is lifting. From here, bend the right knee, lower it down, and then straighten the leg. 2 more times. And lift. Last one. And lift. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands, frame the foot. Keep the right hand planted, open the left arm, twist. Lower the left hand down, step back, downward dog, and then take another child's pose. If the shoulders are tired, bring your hands back behind you toward the feet and let the shoulders drape over the legs. Take a few full rounds of breath here. If your arms are behind you, extend them forward. Make your way to downward dog. As you inhale, lift the heels high. Bend your knees, lift your gaze. Come to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Catch your hips with your hands. Come all the way up with a long spine. From here, feet are either touching. I'm going to bring mine hip width apart for chair pose. You're at the front of your mat, bend into your knees, sink the hips back like you're sitting in a chair. Keep the core engaged, heart is lifting. Hands can be at your hips, out in front, maybe overhead. From here, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Think of pressing your feet down into the mat and then dragging the feet apart so you're engaging the outer muscles of the legs. Shift your weight into the right foot. Pick your left foot up behind you. And then lower the left foot down, shift your weight to the left leg, pick your right foot up behind you. Lower the right foot down, find chair pose. One more breath here. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands. This time step or hop back to a plank, either taking a vinyasa or skipping it all together. We'll meet in downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale, pick the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, exactly like we did last time. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, back. Exhale, twist across, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to nose, step all the way through. From here, spin the left heel down, open up, warrior two. So right heel is intersecting the left arch. Make sure that your right knee is tracking over the toes. It's not caving in, but it's pressing toward the outer edge of the foot. Soften your gaze. Relax the jaw. From here, flip the right palm up, reach forward, and then up and back for reverse warrior. Maintain the deep bend in the front knee. Come back up, warrior two. Lower your right forearm to thigh for extended side angle. Inhale, come up. Warrior two, take reverse warrior one more time. On your exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Plant the left palm so the back heel is lifted. You're in a lunge. Open the right arm, twist. Lower the right hand down, step back, downward facing dog, other side. Inhale to pick the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, back. Exhale, left knee twist across to the right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. One more time, knee to nose, take your gaze forward, step through. Spin the right heel down. Once you feel stable, lift up, warrior two. Check in with your alignment. Gaze goes just over the left fingertips. Flip the left palm forward, reach forward, and then up and back, reverse warrior. Release into warrior two, lower forearm to thigh, extended side angle. Inhale up, warrior two, come back to reverse warrior. On your exhale, cartwheel the hands down, come to a lunge, plant the right hand, open the left arm, twist. Lower the left hand down, step back, downward dog. As you inhale, lift the heels high, bend your knees, lift your gaze, make your way to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, come all the way up. And hands meet at heart center. So we're coming back to a chair pose, so situate your feet however you prefer. Bend into your knees, sink the hips back. Check in with the core, the torso, lift the heart. Press your feet down, drag the feet apart without moving them. This time as you shift your weight into the left leg, draw your right knee up, using your core muscles to lift it. Lower the right foot down, shift your weight into the right leg, engage the core, lift your left knee. Lower it down, find equal weight between the feet. Take one more breath here. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank, taking a vinyasa or take it out. Meeting in downward dog. As you inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, bring it all the way through into a lunge. We're making our way back to warrior two. So spin the left heel down, windmill the arms open, sink into the right leg. Flip the right palm up, reach back, reverse warrior. Release to warrior two, find extended side angle. Option to take the right hand down. If you do, just drop the hips a little bit. Come back up to warrior two, reverse warrior once more. Come back to warrior two, we're making our way into half moon. So lower your left hand to your hip. I'm gonna fall here. Take your right hand toward the floor, start to shift your weight into the right leg. If you have a block, you can use that here. When you're ready, lift your left leg off the mat, flexing through the foot, engaging the outer muscles of the glutes. Think of stacking your left hip over the right. And if you feel good here, you can take the left arm up. You can also play with lifting the right arm up. When you're ready to release, lower your hand to your hip. Bend your right knee, try to step back to warrior two. On an exhale, cartwheel the hands down, lunge, step back, downward dog. One more side here. Inhale, pick the left leg up. Exhale, step through. First, find a lunge. Spin the back heel down. Come straight to warrior two. Flip the left palm up, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Release to warrior two. Find extended side angle. Option to drop the hand to the inside of the foot. Inhale, come up, warrior two, take reverse warrior one more time. Come back to warrior two. Now take your right hand to your hip. Start to reach your left arm forward. You're taking it up and out to about 11 o'clock. Shift your weight into the left leg. Start to lift your right leg off the mat, stacking the right hip on top of the left, maybe playing with the position of your arm. When you're ready to release, lower the right hand to your hip, bend into the left leg, step back, warrior two. On an exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step the left foot back to meet the right, downward dog. Lower the knees down, take a brief child's pose. Take one more full round of breath. When you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift your heels high. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, come to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, come all the way up. And hands meet at heart center. From here, shift your weight over to the left leg. Draw your right knee up. Your hands can be at heart center. They can also come to your hips. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh, coming into a figure 4 stretch. So just like in chair pose, send the hips back. You'll find that the deeper you sit into the standing leg, the deeper the stretch. So don't force it if your body is not ready to go deeper. Flex the right foot, keep your heart lifted, core is drawing in. From here, start to press into the standing leg, lift your knee up. I'm going to take my hands to heart center. We're going to kick the right leg back, come into warrior 3. So just like in half moon, you can play with the position of your arms, maybe take them forward, out, or back. Wherever you are, lower your hands to the ground, take the right leg up for a standing split. Now the leg does not have to come up very high, just try to keep your leg square. From here, bend your right knee, start to bend the left knee, tuck your right knee behind the left, coming down into a squat. Inhale, extend both legs, kick back. 2 more, bend and extend. Last one, and extend. From here, lower your right foot beside the left. You're going to bend your knees deeply, pick the soles of your feet up, slide your hands underneath them so you're standing on the hands. Maybe give your wrists a little massage with the toes and just let the head drop down. When you're ready, release one hand at a time. Inhale, halfway lift, catch your hips with your hands, and press all the way up to stand so that we can go to the other side. So as you're ready, shift your weight into your right leg. Start by drawing your left knee up. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, send the hips back. Standing figure 4. Press into the right leg, lift up, pull the knee up, send the leg back, tilt the torso forward, find your variation of warrior 3. Lower the hands down, extend the left leg back, standing split. Come up to your fingertips, bend the left knee, start to tuck it behind the right as you sink down. Inhale, extend both legs. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, lengthen. One more time, bend. And extend, lower the left leg beside the right. From here, take your peace fingers or your second and third fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to in order to do this. And then take the elbows out wide as you draw your torso over the legs. Again, just let the head and the neck relax. Release the big toes. Keep your feet about hip width apart. Place your right hand directly below your face. Bend into the right knee, straighten the left, open the left arm. Twist. Lower the left hand down, switch sides. So right leg straightens, left knee bends, open the right arm. Lower the right hand down, bend both knees. You can walk them out a little bit. And then keep your knees bent, drop your head, roll all the way up to stand, roll the shoulders back a few times, and then step toward the top of your mat. Feet come a little bit closer. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. We're making our way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, plant your hands. You can step back or hop back, take maybe one final vinyasa, or go straight to downward dog. From your downward dog, lift your heels, ripple your body forward into a high plank. And then lower down onto your forearms. Drop your hips in line with the torso. From here, drop your hips over to the right. So spin to the outer edges of your feet, or the outer edge of your right foot. Lift up, drop over to the outer edge of the left foot. And just repeat that at your own pace for a few rounds. Two more rounds. Come back to center. Drop your hips down, untuck the toes. Press your forearms and your palms into the mat. Drag them back. Pull your heart forward. Lower down, make a pillow with your hands. Rest one cheek, kick your heels in, then let your legs sway from side to side. Come back to center, lower the feet down. From here, extend your arms forward. Mine are going off the deck. Press your hips down. On an inhale, draw the core in. Lift the upper body, lift the lower body. You can stay here or start to swim for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make another pillow with the hands, rest the opposite cheek, kick your heels in, sway the legs. Bring your legs back, lower them down. Place your hands below your shoulders. Press up to all fours. And then drop your hips to one side. Swing your legs out in front. Feet are in front of you, about hip width apart. Toes are facing the short edge of your mat. Place your hands behind you. I have my fingers facing my body, but if that's too much on the wrists, you can turn your hands out or even turn them behind you. Wherever you are, roll the shoulders back. On an inhale, press your feet down, lift the hips up for a reverse tabletop. Draw the shoulders back, let the shoulders and the chest open. If you want to take this further, you can step the legs out, coming into an incline plank. Just try not to let the hips drop down. If your legs are extended, walk them back to a reverse tabletop. Reach the right leg up, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and then lower the hips down. So just like we did standing in a figure 4, I have my hands turned out this time, and walk as closely in as you feel a good stretch. So if you need to back out, just walk out of it to give yourself a bit more space, or you can come all the way up. Flex through the right foot to protect your knee, and breathe into the right hip. To release, return your hands to their original position. Lift your hips up, straighten the leg, lower it down. Lift the left leg up, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, Drop your hips down. You might find that one side is different from the other, so just find what works for you and come into it or out of it to whatever extent you prefer. To release, press the hands down, lift your hips, extend the leg, lower your foot down, drop your hips down. Feet are still on the mat. Place your hands behind your legs or straight out in front. Round your spine, scoop the belly, and slowly lower, as slowly as you can, all the way down to the mat. Drop your shoulders, release your hands, walk your feet in a little bit closer. Heel to the feet a little bit wider than your hips. Take your arms out either in cactus arms or in a T shape. And drop your knees all the way over to the right. To take this a little bit further, you can place your right foot over the left thigh or to the outside of the left knee. And if it's okay on your neck, take your gaze over the left shoulder. Otherwise, just keep your gaze up. Release the right foot if it's over the left leg. Come up to center and then drop your knees to the left. Option to place your left foot over the right leg. Maybe take your gaze to the right. Release the left foot. Draw your knees up. Walk your feet in closer together. Draw both knees into your chest, wrapping your arms around your legs or holding onto the knees, and gently rock from side to side. And if there are any final poses you'd like to take to complete your practice, now is your time to do so. Otherwise, we'll begin to make our way into our final posture. When you're ready, extend your legs out long. Take your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Toes fall apart. Arms are down by your sides, palms facing up. And let's take 2 falling out breaths. Inhale deeply through the nose, breathing into the rib cage just like we did at the start of class. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. Once more, inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, sigh it out. And then let your breath find its own natural rhythm. Let the eyes close and start to scan your body, beginning at the crown of your head. Releasing the muscles in the forehead, temples, the jaw. Trickling down the neck and the throat, across the shoulders, down the arms, and out the fingertips. Soften through the chest, release the abdomen. Let your shoulders and your spine melt into the floor. Hips are grounded, legs release. Relaxing all the way through the soles of the feet and out the toes. And with one final scan, take notice of anywhere that you're holding remaining tension or tightness. Let those areas gently release with every exhale. Shavasana. you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But when you're ready to come out of it, start to deepen your inhales. Lengthen your exhales. Gently bring movement into your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. Gently rock your head from side to side. Reach your arms overhead. Take a full wake-up stretch. Gently roll to either your right or your left side, coming to a fetal position, letting your head rest on your arm like a pillow. Pausing to transition into the rest of your day and noticing how you feel. As you're ready, carefully come up, finding a comfortable seat, and draw your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me today. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.